Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday, or whenever you are watching this. Hi. Whew, okay. You know, it always takes me a second to set up. Rachel here from Nutrition in Bloom, and today we are going to be talking about taking the pressure off of dinner time. Now, I am so excited to talk about this because I find that this idea alone has helped so many families I work with have this like aha moment and be able to feel less stressed about dinner without honestly really doing too much. So, let's go ahead and get started. If you are new here, hello and welcome. I am Rachel from Nutrition in Bloom. I am a pediatric dietitian and feeding expert, and I help parents have less stress and more smiles at mealtime, and help them help their kids try new foods without pressuring or bribing or forcing or anything like that. So I help parents feed kids from a place of love and respect and kindness, and I can help you do the same. So if you are watching this and you are like, yes, I need some guidance, send me a message, contact me, set up a free 15-minute call. Let's chat because I want to help you take pressure off of dinner time, but also just feel good about feeding. My signature program is called Conquering Mealtimes, and it's honestly that. It's about conquering mealtimes. You have access to the program for life, and it has changed the lives of so many, so it could change your life too. So let's dive into this fun topic of dinner time. Okay, why do we feel so much pressure at dinner time? Do you feel it? Comment if you're watching this. Let me know if you feel like this pressure of my child's got to eat, or we've got to all be at the table for 20 minutes, or what we have to have a family meal. I find there's pressure on us parents, always, all day, but there's like this added pressure of dinner time and being together and having it be fun and joyful. And it can absolutely be that way. But I teach this, and it's not that way every night in my house. So we feel this pressure, and I think that society has put this pressure of dinner time on us, and this idea of our kids eating a certain amount, and so forth. And if you think about breakfast or lunch or snacks, do you feel that kind of pressure? Like, do you feel like your kid has to eat that much, or is it just dinner time? And for a lot of people, I feel like it is just dinner time. So I want you to first ask yourself why. Why are you putting this pressure on yourself at dinner time? And then I want to also explain why dinner time can be like the hardest meal of the day, which you may have thought of before, but it's the evening. We as parents have had a long day. I don't know about you, but my fuse after like 4 or 5 p.m. is definitely shorter, and it just like ticks down until bedtime. So I find that we feel just, we've had a long day, whether we're with our kids working or a combination, whatever we're doing, it's been a day, right? And our kids, the same for them. Whether they've been at school all day, whether they've been at daycare or with us, like whatever they've been doing, it's just been a long day. So a lot of times at dinner, there is not this like family dinner, let's sit together, let's enjoy. We've had a long day, we've had to maybe rush a dinner together, or we've kind of spent time preparing a dinner and no one's eating it. So we feel that, So dinner time, it can definitely not go very smoothly because of a lot of this. So I want you to, easier said than done. And this is exactly how I work with my clients one-on-one and in some of my group coaching is how can we actually take the pressure off? Like, how can we remind ourselves that dinner is just one meal of the day? So your child has probably like 5 or 6, let's say, opportunities to eat throughout the day. That's usually 3 meals, a couple of snacks throughout the day. But why do we feel this pressure at dinner time? Now, I'm not saying that you need to put pressure on a different meal like breakfast or lunch or anything like that. And maybe you don't feel pressure at dinner time, but maybe you feel pressure at breakfast. So the same could apply for you. But I want you to remember that your child is good at regulating their needs, is going to eat the amount that they're going to eat. So take that pressure off. Um, Sometimes at dinner time, my kids might eat like one bite of food, or sometimes actually they eat nothing. And you know what? I don't stress out about it. I trust that they are going to regulate their intake. I trust that maybe they have had a snack, which I'll talk about in just 1 second. So I want you to remember that you can take that pressure off of dinner, and it can actually help your child to eat more. So, what can you focus on at the dinner table? Play some games, not like a board game, obviously. We don't want to get like messy and dirty with the game, but and I've shared this in the past, one of our favorite games to play is which Star Wars character are you? Since the pandemic, my kids have gotten like big into Star Wars. So one of us has to think of a character and the other asks questions to try to guess the character. And it's a lot of fun. We have a couple Star Wars encyclopedias, so we know all these kind of obscure characters. But what can you do to kind of engage your kids and not focus on what they're eating or how much they're eating? Now, I do get asked this question of, well, if my child doesn't eat dinner, I'm worried they're going to wake up hungry or they're not going to go to sleep or whatever else it might be. Now, this is where let's work together one-on-one to discuss this, because I want to know, is that really happening? And if it is happening, how can we address that where you don't feel that pressure at dinner time? Because the pressure, I'm just thinking of that for those of you who have seen the movie Encanto, the song about pressure, which I know so much of us can relate to. That pressure does no good for anybody at all. Okay, so take off the pressure, have fun at the dinner table, and then if your child isn't eating a lot of dinner but you're worried about it, maybe can you like give them a bigger afternoon snack? I find with a lot of families, their kids sometimes come home from school starving, and we try to like hold them off until dinner time. No, stop. Don't hold them off. Use that afternoon snack hunger to like give them what might be more like a dinner. And then maybe at dinner time, they're not going to eat that much, but you'll feel better about it. Or maybe you have a bedtime snack that's right at the end of the day before they go to bed, something simple, something easy, so they have one more opportunity to eat. I find that those two things, that like afternoon snack and the bedtime snack, can help in so many different ways. And I would be happy to dive into that with anybody who wants to know further, like how you can do that. But it's definitely like this whole feeding thing. Sometimes we feel like my child has to eat this much, I have to do this, but how can you, as a parent, how can you maybe make a few tweaks or modifications? And again, I can help you with that. But how can you do that to kind of change feeding and take that stress off of yourself? Because as I always tell parents when we start working together is, yes, I want your child to be maybe eating new foods, be happier around meals, but just as importantly, I want you to feel better too. I want you to feel that stress off of your plate. Okay, so that is my dinner time talk for you today. Take it off, take the pressure off. If your child doesn't eat anything, they have many more opportunities to eat. And if you do feel concerned, if you do feel like this is not working, this is, this feels scary or feels whatever you're feeling, let's connect, let's talk, set up a free, no strings attached, no pressure call with me to talk about how we can make things easier and just more fun for you when it comes to feeding, because you have enough going on with everything else, I'm sure, that is stressing you out. So let's make feeding enjoyable. Thank you for being here today. Again, I am Rachel with Nutrition in Bloom. make sure you, wherever you're watching this, make sure you get my notifications so you know when I go live or produce content. I am wishing you a fabulous rest of your day ahead, and let me know how this goes at dinner time. Bye for now.